The Walking Dead is approaching its final episodes, with the third part of the 11th and last season premiering on October 2nd. Though fans will miss the flagship series, the franchise is far from over, as new spin-offs, including Tales of the Walking Dead and Dead City, promise to continue for the foreseeable future. As the series comes to a close, fans can now look back at its 11 seasons in their entirety, including the many characters that have come and gone in that time. While some of these characters struck a chord with fans, each season inevitably had at least one whom audiences couldn't stand. Season 1 Andrea Laurie Holden was among the original main cast of The Walking Dead, portraying the major comics character Andrea. Throughout her time on the series, Andrea often found herself clashing with Rick and Laurie, leading to her defecting to the Governor's group in Season 3, shortly before her death. Despite her comic book counterpart's popularity among fans, Andrea quickly established herself as one of the most annoying characters in The Walking Dead. Her abundance of confidence yet lack of skill made her a consistent liability for the team, and her self-allegiance made her quite unlikable during her time on the series. Season 2 Otis was a short-lived character in the early seasons of The Walking Dead. He is first introduced after he accidentally shoots Carl, wounding him gravely. He brings the boy to Hershel for medical care and dies shortly thereafter when Shane sacrifices him to walkers in order to save himself. Though Otis seems like a relatively kind man, he clearly didn't have what it took to survive in the apocalypse. From shoddy gun work to his far too trusting demeanor, it was clear from his very first episode that Otis would not be a long-lasting presence on the show. Season 3 Alan Allen was a member of Therese and Sasha's group that first appears in Season 3. He and his friends join the Governor after being turned away by Rick. Alan proves to be a true believer in the Governor's mission, leading to his death at the end of the season. In his very limited screen time, Alan quickly rubbed audiences the wrong way with his over-the-top hatred for Rick and his group. The man was far too willing to go along with the Governor's villainy if it meant getting back at a man who had only slightly wronged him. In the end, Alan's death is as unceremonious as he deserves, with the character quickly being forgotten by the fanbase. Season 4 Mitch, a member of the Governor's secondary group in Season 4 that storms and destroys Rick's prison community, Mitch brings a very important asset to their army. A fully functional tank, which he uses to destroy the prison's defenses until Daryl puts the weapon of war and its user out of commission. Mitch was a character who only ever seemed to be out for himself. He quickly attached himself to the Governor when it seemed most convenient, even siding with him during his hostile takeover of the group. Ultimately, even upon learning that the Governor's claims about Rick were false, Mitch still happily fired upon the prison, killing many innocent people with his tank. Season 5 Gabriel Stokes first joins the group halfway through Season 5, though he rarely considered himself a member of their ranks. Through the years, he has managed to survive as a leading member of Alexandria. Gabriel has long been one of television's most hated characters, primarily due to his cowardice and shaky allegiances. The character was quick to throw his companions under the bus in Season 6, something that audiences have never forgiven him for, though the character has improved greatly over the years. Season 6 Spencer Monroe is the youngest son of Deanna, the original leader of the Alexandria Safe Zone. He outlives his mother, living under both Rick's and Negan's rules, until his death at the latter's hand in Season 7. Spencer proved to be nothing more than a weasel and a traitor by the time the Saviors took over. His efforts to undermine Rick at every turn annoyed even Negan, who had no qualms about killing him in front of the other Alexandrians as an example. Season 7 Jadis is the mysterious leader of the Scavengers, who are introduced as allies against the Saviors during Season 7. While the character's backstory is only hinted at in The Walking Dead, Her return in the spin-off series World Beyond promises to expand her contributions to the franchise. Though a compelling character, Jadis was rather annoying in her early seasons on the show. From the Scavenger's strange and minimal language to her betrayal of Rick in the final battle of Season 7, few fans were particularly sad to see her exit the series in Season 9. Season 8 Georgie makes a single appearance throughout the 11 seasons of The Walking Dead in the Season 8 episode The Key. She arrives on the Hilltop's doorstep with a bizarre trade offer and eventually takes Maggie with her to explore the world outside. Though Georgie is certainly meant to be intriguing, audiences found her introduction odd, with little of her backstory being explained during her brief time on the show. While her arrival would change Maggie's arc forever, it did little more than bewilder and confuse fans, many of whom are still waiting for answers about this mysterious woman and her even more mysterious mission. Season 9 Jocelyn was an old friend of Michonne's from before the beginning of the apocalypse. She reappears during the Season 9 time jump, only to be revealed as the sadistic leader of a murderous cult in which she uses children as her soldiers. The Walking Dead has introduced some truly heinous characters over the years, but Jocelyn might just be the worst. Brainwashing children into becoming her personal army, Jocelyn was always looking for ways to take advantage of others. Ultimately, she meets an appropriately grisly demise for her horrific actions. Season 10 Lee Shaw makes her first appearance during Season 10's bonus episodes. In an unexpected turn of events in The Walking Dead, Lee became Daryl's first significant love interest in the series, only for their relationship to turn sour upon their reunion in the following season. Lee's worst qualities emerge after her return in Season 11, where she is introduced as a member of Pope's villainous band of survivors. Fostering a vendetta against Maggie, Lee made the grave mistake of trying to kill the longtime survivor, resulting only in her own death at Daryl's hands. Season 11 Sebastian Milton is the spoiled son of Pamela Milton, the leader of the Commonwealth. He first appears in the Season 11 episode Promises Broken, where he quickly establishes himself as someone whom the audience is destined to hate. Sebastian is an anomaly within the age of the apocalypse, having very few survival capabilities, and yet all the arrogance he can fit in an unfashionable plaid shirt. Feeling all too familiar to a certain other young prince from HBO's Game of Thrones, Sebastian is sure to continue to be a major thorn in the side of every viewer during the last 8 episodes of The Walking Dead.